How's it going, everyone? This is Michael for Spirit Comics. Welcome to another review. This is Batgirl number 3. This is the, I forgot to... Beyond Burnside, Part 3. And as you can see from the cover, this one is, I like it a lot better. It shows Barbara Gordon, who is Batgirl, as a strong woman who can defend herself. But there is Moth, or at least I think that's the name, who is out to get her, and this person, for reasons unknown, cannot speak. But Hope Larson does a very good job with the stories, and I enjoy them. You know, I try not to be overly critical of these stories. I just tell you what I like about them, and you know, if there's something I said I didn't like, then, well, you know, that's pretty self-explanatory. This is in Singapore, where Barbara Gordon got knocked out by her opponent, Wen Liu. And that's the match, ladies and gentlemen. Wen Liu has defeated Amy Medeiros in a win by knockout. She's grunting. Amy, are you okay? You've been out for a minute, because that's her alias. And then, we better get you to an MRI. Amy? Then she remembers, oh yeah, that's my alias. No, I'm just kinda muddled. What's happened? Where's Wen Liu? She's not all with it, because, you know, who would be after getting KO'd like that? Oh, this is a pretty cool advertisement that I don't remember. Captain Caveman on DVD. The New Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. What are they called? Thundar. I remember them. The Real Adventures of Johnny Quest. And, of course, Space Stars. You know, I don't remember Space Stars, but I remember the teams from before they were Space Stars. Okay, Beyond Burnside, Part 3. So they're helping her up, and May says, "Gone. She dazzled you with flashy kicks, maneuvered you into dead space, popped you on the chin, and left for the airport. I don't remember any of that." That's a knockout for you. I hope you don't feel insufficient. Let's lose a brilliant fighter, even better than I'd heard. Maybe being deaf gives her an edge. Less sound, fewer distractions. She's deaf? That's why she didn't say anything before the fight. And then it starts to kick in for her. Maybe deafness does give her special powers, and Fruit Bat's abilities could be similar. She sits in her chair, getting pushed around, ignoring everyone, keeping her mind empty. So, when she does pay attention, she can focus like a laser and see into the future. Miss Betos, who would think it, but she got some fans as her, as pretending to be this Amy Betos, because these little girls are, well, as you'll see. You were so cool! Wow, thanks. While she's holding the ice pack up to her face. Look. Star struck. So do you two study martial arts? Kung Fu, but not since I was a kid. My parents wouldn't let me, but now I'm in college, so... And she says, so what's stopping you? Plus, my coach is looking for fresh blood. Ha ha. She says, I'm looking for women to establish MMA in Singapore. You girls want in? Us? Really? Good luck, Mayo. And I wonder if I pronounced that right. Mayo? So they're starstruck at the possibility of becoming fighters. Now she's resting and looking very, I should say, robust here, wearing the Burnside top. I had to say that. She's thinking, Winlu really rang my bell. I can still remember the fight. I remember walking to the room, but then... And here's her mind playing it back. Huh? My short-term memory's toast, but the edict memory's still here. It must have gone straight to long-term storage. Replaying it feels weird, though. Deja vu. She's so funny. Here it is. This is when I fell into her trap. She was getting cocky. She was ready to punch Winlu when all of a sudden she saw the tattoo on her body, and she realized that the Japanese schoolgirl had this very same one, which the tattoo means student. It's Mandarin Chinese. Then she has a revelation. Kai's in danger. So even though she's not on very big speaking terms with Kai right now, sort of confused, she goes back to his place, crash right through the doorway. And there's Moth breaking into his apartment. And she goes at Batgirl, but this time it's different. She says, Kai, this is Batgirl. Where are you? In here. Hang tight. I got this. I know who you are, Winlu. I know what you got up your sleeve. And this pose right there almost looks like one of the classic Batman poses. Sort of does. She's thinking, and I'm not falling for the same trick twice. And she stops her punch. And Winlu is shocked. And then she goes in for the punch again, because this time she's caught her off guard. And yet she socks her, and she is falling out the window, like crash right through the window. And she takes control of her descent and starts to glide. You can't see the future when the past is standing in your way. But Fruit Bat, I only won this fight because I lost the one before. I only knew what she'd do because I studied my memories. Then she has another revelation. Maybe the lesson you want me to learn just doesn't apply to me. I mean, everyone thinks they're different, special, but... Huh? And then she finds something. A spy camera. That must be why Moth came here. And it's transmitting data. If I trace the signal, maybe it'll lead me to... Bang, bang, bang! Oh crap, she says. It's because Kai is still locked in the bathroom. Hello? Batgirl? Kai, hang on. Kai, what the heck's happening? And she's taken off her suit and gone back to Barbara Gordon. He said, I was showering and someone locked me in and started trashing the place. And then he says under his breath, hope I can find my underwear. And look at her. She's frustrated because you can see it above her head. And she says, how can you joke about this? Whoever was here, they were looking for something. Then she starts drilling Kai. She says, I need to know, is there something you aren't telling me? She asks a direct question. And from my personal experience, ladies and gentlemen, if I don't get a direct answer, then I start to wonder, just like Barbara did. Because Kai said, what would someone be looking for? All my stuff is worthless, he says. And Barbara says exactly what I would say. That's not the question I asked. Guys, and you can see how ticked off she's starting to get. Guy says, what? You think someone gave me a suspicious package at the airport? Because no. She says, again, that's not. I don't have anything someone could take, he says. Translation? I've got something, but no one can find it. Did I get that right? And she points directly at him, because she is mad. She's ticked off. And then he starts looking at her with those squinted eyes, saying, now you're acting nuts. Would it kill you to give me the benefit of the doubt? If this is about the room, I'll cover the charge. And she's like, good luck in China, Kai. So that's it? You're leaving? I hope you find what you're looking for, she says. I hope you find it before trouble finds you. Then she's at the airport, Singapore. She's in the Singapore airport. She says, Seoul, South Korea, a one-way ticket, please. And she says, if Kai won't tell me the truth, I'll find Wen Lu in Seoul and get it from her. She signed an MMA contract there, so she'll be headed that way. And she goes into the stall to use one of her apps. The spy cam is transmitting to Seoul, too. Triangulating coordinates. It says, location confirmed, Korea, Global Business Center, 167, Samsung 1-DONG, Gangnam Geo, Seoul. Is that you, teacher? Guess I'll know soon, she says. Or not, she's thinking, because she's not talking to herself. I feel guilty leaving Kai, but he won't really be safe till I get to the bottom of this. And she's looking good, too. Then she's there on the airplane, thinking to herself that Kai told her that he got a job in data distribution, and she's wondering if that has something to do with the whole matter. He said he worked with Neil from the computer club, Neil Barry. And he said, that guy's done well for himself. Double major biotech, and then she is disturbed by a dude who has the window seat, so she gets up and politely lets him through. And Then he starts to pitch a pyramid scheme toward her. And so she tries to tune him out. But he does say, my ex took the kids and the house and half my paycheck, but she couldn't take my bacteria, which is one of the corniest lines I've ever heard. And then she's sitting there trying to relax, and then all of a sudden, glad that worked out for you. Thanks for the sample. Then, boom! Bacteria, that's it! Kai says his job is in data distribution, and if Neil studied bio-encryption, could Kai be transporting bio-encrypted bacteria? He didn't have food poisoning in Okinawa. He had information poisoning. So now she's got her mojo back, as Tyson Granger's grandpa would say. And now she's in South Korea. She's thinking, what a creep. I thought that flight would never end. Gave me some food for thought, at least. Now for some real food. So she goes, and now she's in South Korea. South Korea. She can speak Korean, so the language here is in blue. And she's eating her food and I guess she's really hungry. Dinner? Check. So she goes to this gym where she believes that Wen Lu will be. And there she is. Training after hours. And then she rummages through her locker and finds a book. Some kind of study guide? What's an MMA fighter doing with this? Could it be in code? She's thinking, so, Batgirl, that's a question for later. Gotta hit the next stop before Lou starts her cool down. And so she goes to explore this construction site. And this is where she gets in trouble. And she finds out that it's a little bit windy up there and she has to be careful how she moves. Then she notices that there's a receiver in this junction box, but no hard drive storing the data. She figures that it's either someone took the hard drive or at the trap and we see, BAM! Somebody tried to knock her off. And then a construction worker appears and saying, no hard hat. This is an active work site. You could get hurt. Yeah, your English is excellent. It says, it's the language of business. But you're in construction. And if you notice, she sees the look on, I believe this is a guy. And so she takes a defensive posture. He says, just till I retake the Sanyong, and it's a Korean College Scholastic Ability Test. And she still has a defensive posture. She says, so you're a student, and a student sounds like a full course load. He said, it isn't easy, but like to say, at the end of hardship comes happiness. My friend Moth would agree, but she's not much of a talker, he says. Then she looks behind her. You again. I'm tired of fighting students. Where's your teacher? And now that I think about it, this character Sort of reminds me of a character from the Batman Beyond animated series who was called Curare. I may not have that correct, but if you remember that animated show, then you know who I'm talking about. But this would be several decades earlier, so perhaps Curare was a descendant of this person. Who knows? And then she hears this guy say, "I'm terribly sorry, but she's gone to Shanghai on business." Shanghai? Oh no! Because she realizes that's right, she's gone to see her friend. And this time he's alone. And so are you. Next, teacher takes Batgirl to school. Now, what confuses me is, if she's already gone to Shanghai, then who's that and that? You know, that's a little bit confusing to me. So that was Batgirl issue 3. I love this on the cover. Very, very elegant. The story, was a little bit confusing there at the end, but for the most part, it kept up. The pacing was good, and I enjoyed it all around. And I have nothing bad to say about the art, so that's all for this review. It was Batgirl issue 3. I'm Michael for Spirit Comics. If you're new to my channel, please do subscribe and smash that bell like She-Hulk, so you'll be getting all the uploads. Notification of all the uploads as they come. And please do like this video and share it with someone who just might enjoy it too. Till next time, true readers.